Welcome to F1 News Today, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. In Formula One, drivers come and go like chess pieces on a board, but one figure remains a constant, defying time and expectations: Fernando Alonso. At 43, the Spanish driver continues to showcase his unwavering passion for racing and unparalleled competitiveness. Yet, the big question looms: how much longer will Alonso grace the F1 grid? Initially, his contract with Aston Martin through 2026 seemed to mark the endpoint of his illustrious career, but recent developments within the paddock have sparked speculation that this might not be the case. When Alonso signed with Aston Martin, he envisioned retiring after the 2026 season. He has been candid about his intentions, stating that once that year concludes, he plans to hang up his helmet. However, the announcement that Adrian Newey will be joining Aston Martin to spearhead car development from 2026 has shifted the landscape dramatically. This revelation has ignited excitement within the team and among fans, and it appears Alonso is re-evaluating his future. In recent interviews, the two-time world champion has expressed confidence in the potential of the 2026 car, hinting that it might represent a peak moment for both him and Aston Martin. Alonso's optimism about the future is evident. He has emphasized that 2026 carries high expectations and could be a defining year for his career and the team's fortunes. Under Newey's guidance, the car's performance will be a critical factor. Alonso views the season as a turning point. If the car doesn't meet expectations, retirement could be the natural choice. But if it delivers the performance he envisions, he wouldn't rule out extending his contract for another season. Alonso's ultimate goal remains unchanged: to claim a 3rd world championship. While 2025 is expected to be a challenging year due to the fierce competition from other teams, Alonso is pinning his hopes on 2026. He sees it as his final opportunity to achieve the dream that has eluded him for so long. Despite the dominance of teams like Red Bull and Ferrari, Alonso remains laser-focused on his quest for the elusive 3rd title that would cement his legacy as one of F1's all-time greats. For Alonso, continuing beyond 2026 isn't out of the question, but only if the car proves to be competitive. If the conditions align, he has no qualms about extending his contract and continuing the fight for his 3rd championship. However, Formula One waits for no one, and if the car fails to deliver the necessary performance, Alonso could very well decide to conclude his career with Aston Martin. What's certain is that as long as Alonso is on the grid, his presence will captivate fans worldwide. His legacy is already secure, but the Spaniard continues to chase the ultimate prize: a 3rd title to further solidify his status among the sport's legends. The 2026 season looms as a pivotal chapter, and only time will tell whether it will be the year Alonso finally achieves his goal, or bids farewell to a career that has left an indelible mark on the world of motorsport. Let's move on to the second piece of news. Franco Colapinto may be closer than ever to realizing his dream of establishing himself in Formula One, with Flavio Briatore's influence playing a pivotal role in this possibility. According to various sources, including Clarin, the influential Alpine advisor is reportedly working tirelessly to secure a seat for the young Argentine driver in the French team for the 2025 season. If this move materializes, it could mark a turning point in Colapinto's career and in the history of Argentine motorsport. The rumors gained traction when Brazilian journalist Julian Chirassoli revealed that Briatore is applying significant pressure on Alpine to replace Australian driver Jack Doohan with Colapinto. This news quickly went viral across social media, igniting excitement among Colapinto's fans, who dream of seeing him compete in a more competitive team. Jack Doohan's performance during the 2024 season, according to insiders, has fallen short of expectations. Despite occasional flashes of talent, his inconsistency and critical errors that cost valuable points have cast doubt on his future with the team. In this context, betting on a young, promising, and charismatic driver like Colapinto makes strategic sense, especially given Briatore's reputation for bold and calculated decisions. Beyond his on-track skills, Colapinto stands out for his off-track appeal. His media presence and ability to attract sponsors are qualities that Briatore greatly values. For Alpine, A team seeking to solidify its position in Formula One and grow its fan base, having a driver who not only excels in competition but also draws attention and builds a loyal following represents a significant strategic advantage. Colapinto's performance during his brief stint with Williams in 2024 did not go unnoticed. Despite the technical limitations of the car, the Argentine displayed maturity, talent, and a strong work ethic, qualities that have caught the attention of several teams. His professionalism and adaptability to the demanding environment of Formula One make him an attractive option for any team looking to refresh its lineup. Meanwhile, Alpine finds itself at a critical juncture. With Pierre Gasly firmly established as one of the team's cornerstones, the decision on his 2025 teammate will impact not only on-track performance, but also the team's commercial positioning and image. Briator's influence, backed by his track record of nurturing successful drivers, could tip the scales in Colapinto's favor. Although the young Argentine driver has not publicly commented on the rumors, he has made it clear in past interviews that his goal is to remain in Formula One. His charisma and talent have earned him a growing fan base eager to see him join a competitive team like Alpine. On social media, messages of support and enthusiasm continue to pour in, reflecting the excitement surrounding his potential move to the French team. As negotiations progress, the coming weeks are shaping up to be decisive. Alpine must finalize its lineup before pre-season testing, and the pressure to make a definitive decision is mounting. For Colapinto, this opportunity could be the springboard he needs to cement his status as one of the standout names in Formula One. In summary, the prospect of Franco Colapinto securing the second Alpine seat for 2025 has sparked significant anticipation in the motorsport world. If Briatore succeeds in orchestrating this move, it would not only be a milestone in Colapinto's career, but also a strategic decision for a team aiming to establish itself as a frontrunner in Formula One. The countdown to this pivotal decision continues, and Colapinto's fans are more hopeful than ever. Now let's move on to the last news item in the video. The idea that Max Verstappen could step away from Formula One in the near future has long been a topic of speculation. The four-time world champion has often stated that he doesn't plan to remain in the sport indefinitely, emphasizing that the moment racing ceases to bring him joy, he will leave. Now, with the announcement that he is about to become a father for the first time, these discussions have intensified. Fans and analysts alike wonder if this life-changing event might lead Verstappen to prioritize his family or consider a break from the sport. Fatherhood is a transformative milestone, and for Verstappen, it presents a new chapter that will inevitably bring changes. In a recent interview, the Dutchman was asked whether this development might influence his career or even prompt a temporary exit. His answer was unequivocal. He has no immediate plans to step back. Instead, Verstappen is focused on finding balance, confident that he can excel both as a professional driver and as a father. Verstappen explained that living with Kelly Piquet's daughter, Penelope, has already given him valuable insights into parenting. While he recognizes that becoming a biological father will be a more profound emotional experience, he feels prepared for the adjustments it will require. "I already know what it feels like to have a child in the house," Verstappen said, "and I'm ready for the responsibilities that come with it." He added that his passion for racing remains undiminished, but he is willing to modify certain aspects of his routine, such as reducing time spent on extracurricular activities like sim racing, to ensure he can dedicate himself fully to his family and career. Currently at the peak of his career, Verstappen is Formula One's dominant force, combining raw talent, discipline, and an unmatched drive to win. He has reassured fans that fatherhood will not detract from his focus on the track. Instead, he sees it as an opportunity to grow and find inspiration in his new role. "Being a father is a big responsibility, but it's also a source of motivation," Verstappen said. Some observers suggest this life event could make him an even stronger competitor, fueling his desire to set an example for his family while continuing to make history in the sport. Naturally, the announcement of a child's arrival often leads to speculation about its impact on a high-profile career. For Verstappen, rumors of retirement or a sabbatical have circulated for years and have now resurfaced. However, the Dutchman has been clear. He is fully committed to his career. At the same time, Verstappen has acknowledged that his time in Formula One will not stretch into his late 30s, unlike some of his contemporaries. For him, the key factor is enjoyment. As long as I'm having fun and feel competitive, I'll continue. The day that changes, I'll stop, he has said on multiple occasions. Verstappen's approach to his career is defined by passion rather than longevity. It's not about how long you're in the sport. It's about what you achieve while you're here, he remarked recently. With his legacy as one of the most dominant drivers of his generation already secure, Verstappen is aware that his eventual departure will leave a significant void. However, that moment is not imminent, and he remains determined to add to his achievements before stepping away. As the racing world speculates about his future, Verstappen continues to focus on the present. Balancing the demands of Formula One with fatherhood will undoubtedly bring challenges, but it's clear that Verstappen is ready to embrace this new phase with the same determination he brings to the track. Whether chasing more championships or building a family, the Dutchman is committed to leaving a legacy that goes far beyond his accomplishments on the circuit. For now, his focus remains unshaken, and his drive to redefine what it means to be a champion in Formula One continues to inspire fans around the world.